Good morning, Blue Group. I hope you're ready for another day of school from home. Before we begin our day today, we are going to let Bakanya pray for us. So let's put our hands together and let us pray.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Dear God, please stop this coronavirus. And help me to say nice things to people. And don't say bad things to people. Dear God, I'm sorry to say bad things. Lord God, I'm happy that I can see you. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Bakanya.
Thank you, Bakanya. That was a really special prayer. Shall we begin now by singing our good morning song? Good morning, Mr. Sun. The day has just begun. I love to see your smiling face. Good morning, Mr. Sun. Arise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, children of the Lord. What about our clever cat song that we've been learning this week? I'm clever cat, how do you do? I've got the creamiest cakes for you. If you stroke my ears and tickle my chin, then my whiskers twitch and I start to grin. Well, I can count 1, 2, 3, 'cause I'm the cleverest cat you will ever see. I can count 1, 2, 3, 'cause I'm the cleverest cat you will ever see. Keep practicing. Now, today, boys and girls, we're going to do our counting like we have been doing it in class, where everybody gets a turn to say a number. So when we were doing it in class, Mrs. Aston used to start with number 1, and then Isabella would have a turn and she would say 2, and then Bakanya would have a turn and he would say 3, and then Bulumko would say 4, and Ntombi would say 5, but it's just you and me, really. So I'm going to say one number and then you're going to say the next number, and we're going to try this all the way up to number 20. Are you ready? I will start. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Yay! Good job, guys. That's excellent. If you look at my board today, I have drawn a few sets of towers. Now, we are learning about more today, and remember, when it's more, the tower gets tall. So, can you tell me, between these two towers, which tower has more? The tower with 2 blocks or the tower with 3 blocks? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. If you said the tower with 3 blocks, you were right. Let's look at this one. Which tower has more? The tower with 4 blocks or the tower with 2 blocks? Yes, the tower with 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look at our third set. Which tower has more blocks? The tower with 1 or the tower with 1, 2, 3? Which tower has more? Yes, it's the tower with 3. And let's have a look at this last tower over here. Which tower has more? Which number is bigger? Is it 4 or is it 5? Yes, it's 5. Well done, boys and girls. All right, now I'm going to give you a word now, and you need to tell me what that word starts with. Are you ready? Listen carefully. Curtain. What does curtain start with? Yes, it starts with k, 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 k. What does lamp start with? Yes, it starts with O. What does turtle start with? Yes, it starts with T. What does fridge start with? Fridge. Yes, it starts with F. Last one. What does butterfly start with? Yes, butterfly starts with B, B, B. Are you wanting to join the lesson too, Scout? Say hello to the boys and girls. Look over there. Come. Scout wants to join our lesson today. Isn't she funny? I'm going to have to chase her outside quickly, so why don't you come with me? Come on. So here I am in my garden, boys and girls, and I've been hunting high and low for all sorts of different insects that I can show you in the garden. And what I found here is a caterpillar. Come, have a look. Now, he's very hard to see at first, but if you look very closely, you will see that this caterpillar is camouflaged. Camouflage means he's the same color as his surroundings. So it's a green caterpillar on a green leaf because he is hiding from all the insects that want to eat him. There we go. That's a much better picture. And he's just quietly eating away at this leaf. Now this is not a caterpillar. This creature is called a slug. And it's very similar to a snail, except it doesn't have a shell. Let's see what other creatures we can find in the garden. So as you might have guessed, Blue Group, this week we are learning about the creatures and the critters and the insects that we find in our gardens. Last week we learned about our garden and the types of plants we find in the garden and what a gardener needs to keep the garden tidy. So our work for today is going to be all about the garden as well. And the first work we're going to do is a butterfly. Let me show you what to do now. So here we have a butterfly that Mrs. Aston has drawn on her board. But what if someone was to come along and rub out half of Mrs. Aston's butterfly, just like this, and chop it in half? What would I do? How could I fix it? Well, a butterfly is exactly the same on the one side that it is on the other side. So I would be able to fix it easily, because whatever is on this side, I would just draw again on this side exactly the same. So shall I try that? So his body was chopped in half over here. So I'm going to make his body whole again. And he has a wing on this side that looks like a 3. So I'm going to put a wing on this side that also looks like a 3, but it's back to front. Oh, and he has a little antenna over there, so I need to put one over here. And there we go. Our butterfly is perfectly put back together. Let's try a harder one. What if Mrs. Aston was to draw this butterfly and some antenna, but the wings went like this, and they went like that, and they went up, that butterfly looks a little bit more complicated. And what if someone came along and they rubbed out half of my butterfly? What would I do? Well, lucky enough, this side of the butterfly is exactly the same as the other side. So all I would have to do is copy what is on this side on that side. Let's see if Mrs. Aston can fix it. So here's the body. I would have to complete the body again. Right, now this wing goes up, and it's a straight line down, and then it goes back up a little bit again. So let's do the same on this side. It goes up, it goes straight down, and then it goes up a little bit again. That's the top wing. And then the bottom wing goes down, straight, and then it goes back up towards the body. So let's try that. Down, straight, and up towards the body. What am I missing? Oh yes, his antenna. Shall we do one more before Mrs. Aston shows your worksheet? This time I'm going to make the butterfly a little bit different. I'm going to give it a head, and I'm going to give it a plump little body with a thinner tail, and then I'm going to give it a beautiful wing like that, and a beautiful wing like that, and a wing like that, and a wing like that. And of course I have to have antenna, and this time I'm gonna add some details into the butterfly. So can you see whatever is on this side, on this wing, the opposite wing has exactly the same thing. So there's 2 circles on this wing. So I have 2 circles on this wing. There's 1 big circle on this wing. So there's 1 big circle on that wing. Now, what if someone was to come along and rub away half of my butterfly? What would I do? Well, you know that by now. It would be quite easy to fix because whatever's on this side is identical on that side. It's like a mirror image. So let Mrs. Aston start. I would complete the head first and add the antenna back in. And then I would finish the body and finish the skinny tail part. Then I would notice that this wing goes up and down and out and in and out and back up again. Let's try. Up and down and out and in and out and in. And there's 2 circles on that wing, so I need 2 circles on this wing. And then the lower wing, it goes down, up, down, and up again. Down, up, down, and up again, with a big circle on that wing. So this is what your worksheet looks like today. Does that look familiar? Now, using your pencil, you are going to finish the other half of this butterfly because somebody has come along and rubbed out this part of the butterfly. So using your pencil, you're going to draw the rest of the body and you're going to add in the beautiful wings and the lower wing, and you're even going to add in the circles that are on this side. You're going to add those circles on this side as well. Now, when you're coloring it in, boys and girls, remember whatever color you choose for this side, you have to choose the exact same color for this side. Your next worksheet for today is this beautiful picture of flowers growing in the garden. And when Mrs. Asen was teaching you about growing your bean plant, Mrs. Asen said plants need soil and water and sunshine to grow. Now these clouds are raining water down on these plants. And we're going to trace along the lines from top to bottom without lifting up our pen to complete the rain across all the clouds. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to start at the dot over there. Then you're going to put your finger at the bottom, and without lifting up your koki, you're going to trace all the way down to the bottom of the page. So this is what your worksheet should look like once you have traced all the rain pouring down from the clouds. What you're going to do now is you're going to take your crayons and you're going to color in the clouds, you're going to color in the flowers, and you're going to color in the soil. And once you've done that, I'm going to show you a fun game to play with Tristan. Hi everyone, Tristan is saying hello, and he is going to play a game with you now at his desk, and he's going to show Mom and Dad what you're going to need to play this game. So Tristan, if you'll just hold up the 2 pieces of blank paper. So you'll need 2 pieces of exam paper or photocopy paper. Thank you. You can put those away, Trist. And you'll also need 2 lids from a Coke bottle or a milk bottle to play this game as well. Then, what Mom and Dad have to do is they have to draw. Can you just lift up those tops? Mom and Dad have to draw a pattern that is like a mirror image, just like a butterfly, on each side of the page. Then you're going to put your bottle top on the bottom circle, and then you're going to move the bottle tops along the lines until you get to the top dot, and then you're going to go back again. And again. Can you go a little bit faster? And faster. Well done, Tristan. We're going to show you a different pattern now that we have used, just to give you some more ideas. Okay, so we've changed it for a different pattern now, and Tristan is going to go along that pattern as fast as he can with his milk bottles. And go, Trist. Well done, Tristan. Isn't he a superstar? All right, we have one more pattern to show you. Okay, this is our last one that we're going to show you, but you can make up any pattern that you want to play the game. Are you ready, Tristan? And go. Now, moms and dads, this is going to help your child with their bilateral coordination. And just let them keep on practicing until they get it right. Thank you, Tristan. That's all I have for you today, Blue Group. One last thing before we go, though, is I need you to go to Mommy or Daddy, and I'd like them to help you make a sentence with the word cushion in it. Let Mrs. Aston give you an example using a different word. If I say, make a sentence and have the word carrot in it, my sentence would be, I peeled a carrot for dinner and Mommy cooked it. There you go. What about another example with cup? I took a cup out the cupboard and I poured myself some juice. There you go. But I want you to make a sentence using the word cushion. Bye-bye, boys and girls. I'll see you tomorrow.